I want to talk a little more about coercive control, because this is an issue that can manifest in many different ways, and it is about a narcissistic person forcing you to do something that you don't want to do, in a nutshell. And I was just talking about this topic in my shorter videos, but I wanted to address this a bit more because this can be happening so much from what I have witnessed throughout my life, that this can be so common and it is so destructive to us sensitive empaths and highly sensitive people, especially when we are women or girls and we are the targets of narcissistic men. So especially for a sensitive empath, HSP woman, from a narcissistic man, the coercive control can appear in their ways to control how you dress, your relationships, your daily habits, your personal issues, personal things, your authentic self. So it is so destructive, like I said, because it's basically about you as your entire being that they are attacking when they practice this on you. And I was just talking about reactive abuse, so it can manifest in that way as well. That is one way. So it's basically everything that makes you you and what is important to you. They are attacking all of these things: your finances, your family, friends, because they are restricting everything in your life. They are minimizing your boundaries and everything that matters to you. And this can happen very slowly. So you might not even notice when it is happening, especially if you're dealing with a covert narcissist, because they don't reveal themselves until later on. If something happens, that they will. So it can be happening, in such a calm manner that you might easily ignore it when it's happening. So they start to say things like, how do you choose those kind of clothes? Like, you're not going out looking like that, or that makeup is ugly on you, or they can say that you're ugly. They start putting you down, and it gets worse with time. It always gets worse with time until eventually the mask comes off and you finally see who this person is, what this person is like. And of course it's not their authentic self that you're dealing with, because you're dealing with an inhuman being. And this is why I think it is so important to let go of trying to understand too much of it, because you are not going to be able to heal this person. But as long as you're feeling like you're forced to do or be something that you're not, that is coercive control. And a narcissist just acts this way, that they practice it, they cannot help it. They're programmed that way, to function that way. So it's not your problem, it's not your fault. You are a kind, sensitive person, and that is always a gift that you should be able to embrace in yourself. Be your authentic self, unapologetically. Set yourself free from this kind of people. So notice these signs and act accordingly. And of course, I'm here to help if you need more help and support. I would be so happy to connect with you and chat with you and hear you out and guide you forward. So I just recorded a video about reactive abuse. So yeah, like I said, it is one way that it is manifesting when they really push you to your edge and they really reveal themselves to you, how toxic they are, and They can be yelling at you, even attacking you in different ways. When you stand up for yourself and you trigger them, you trigger the demons in them. So it really takes a lot of strength and a lot of personal power and peace to be able to heal from these kinds of experiences, especially if you have been a child or a teenager, or if this has been your parent or somebody you deeply loved. So if your intuition is telling you that something's definitely off, and you feel and sense and notice that somebody's trying to control you and put you in a corner this way, it is definitely a coercive control. They're limiting who you are as a being, as a person. They are hurting your soul, your entire being. And especially, of course, if you are in a romantic relationship with a narcissist, they will be trying to restrict your life so that you would become their personal slave and doormat, that you don't have your own life, you don't have anyone else but them. And yes, it can take a lot of time and effort to really be able to pick yourself up and leave this kind of person. And if you have done that, just be proud of yourself, because you really are a warrior. So congratulate yourself, what you've been through, and you have survived it. And if you are still stuck with a person like that, I'm here to help. If you really are interested in my one-on-one sessions and my coaching program, I have my program for 3 or 6 or 9 months. If you're interested in a longer commitment to really be transforming your life so that it becomes what you need it to be. Because ultimately, you have the power over your own life, of your own self. So you have to take your power back. I would be helping you to do that. Coercive control can also be about them making fun of you, laughing at your pain, laughing at you. It just basically they just put you down in different ways, in many, many different ways. Restrict your life, like you don't have access to your own things, for example, or bank account, or you start to lose people from your life. And then they say things like, "Oh, nobody wants you. That you're nothing. You're really worthless, and like you're stupid, and you're crazy, and you're too sensitive." And all of this is so destructive to a sensitive person. So they start to chip away all of your self-esteem, self-worth, self-love, self-respect. So, of course, if this began when you have been a child by your own parent, it's even worse, like what happened to me. That's, they basically leave you dying on the side of a road, suffering and feeling worthless, like you're nothing. And yeah, if this resonates, if you really feel that this is happening, please understand that you have to do something about it, because we cannot ever heal these kind of people. And you don't know what healthy boundaries are when this has gone too far, that you're so brainwashed and gaslighted, manipulated into believing their words, and you are completely under their control, which is their plan, what they want. It is their ultimate goal, that you would just stick around and never leave and just put up with this, just accept this and not know what is going on. and they would never reveal to you what is going on naturally, because they don't have those abilities, and they don't, of course, they don't want to reveal themselves to you because you would leave or something. So a narcissist is very insecure deep down, and they use your niceness, your trust, your kindness, your sensitivity, everything about you that makes you you. They use it against you. Like in reactive abuse, they use your reactions against you, that you would become crazy, basically, and suffering. So it is important to recognize this process, this pattern, and stay away, of course, as soon as possible, because it's never getting easier. It is never going to get healthy. You're not going to get a healthy relationship with a person like that.